round in a circle by that road we went, speaking much more, which I do not repeat. We came unto the point where the descent is. There we found Plutus, the great enemy.
Pe, Satan, Papa Satan, Alepe.
Not thy free hand. For any power that he may have shall not prevent thy going down this path. Be silent!
Be silent! Consume within thyself with thine own rage. Not causeless is this journey to the abyss. Thus is it willed on high, where Michael wrought vengeance upon the proud adultery.
In front of them shows up therefore a spectacular scene of mass. Two are raised after them, the avaricious and the prodigal propel with his chest large boulders in opposite directions, come to the end of the semicircle that is their purpose, collide, front and insult, remembering each other the vices for which are punished, avarice and prodigality. Then turn their backs to refer the path in the opposite direction and return to insult. Dante is troubled by the terrible scene and amazed by a particular. The dam of the ranks of the left bring the tonsure, sign of recognition of the men in church. Virgilio confirmed, avarice is greatly widespread in clergy and in fact their many popes and cardinals are punished, even if they are unrecognizable. In these verses, Dante rekindles his anti-ecclesiastical controversy, pointing in particular to the alliance between the papacy and the merchant classes, wanted by Bonifacio III, to support its interference in political balance of Florence. The sight of these damsels a twin in their rocks as well as in life. They bound to money, it brings the two poets to reflect on fortune, much discussed in the Middle Ages. The changing fortunes of individuals and excite peoples can be attributed to the providential plane of the fortune, an angelic intelligence that God has charge of the destiny of men. His plan is inscrutable, but it responds to the high divine rationality, for this mortal should not curse the destiny, but rather rely with confidence and conscious detachment.
They crossed to the other bank and found a fountain of strange, dark water, which flows in a stream down through a crack in the rock. Following this stream to the foot of the rocks, they come through the marsh called Styx. In the Styx, Dante finds people immersed in mud, striking one another with hands, feet, and head, as well as biting. Dante and Virgil are on the rim of the third pit, ditch or trench of Circle 8, for those guilty of simony. These sinners use their positions in the church for personal monetary gain. The simonists are upside down, in the round holes the size of baptismal fonts. From each of these holes protrude the feet and legs of a spirit, with the rest of the body upside down in the hole. The soles of their feet are on fire, and Dante sees one shade who is apparently suffering more torment than the others, moving and shaking violently. His feet are burning more fiercely than the others.
Poor thou art, that standest upside down, O doleful soul, implanted like a stake if thou canst speak out.
Those that stand there already, Boniface, by many years the record lied to me. Art thou so early satiate with that wealth, for which thou did not fear to take by fraud the beautiful lady, and then work her woe?
Say to him straightway, I am not he. I am not he though he thinkest.
I am not he. I am not Boniface.
Then what wantest thou of me? If who I am thou carest so much to know, that thou on that account hast crossed the bank, now that I vested was with the great mantle, and truly was I son of the she-bear, so eager to advance the cubs, that dwelt above, and here myself I pocketed. Beneath my head the others are dragged down, who have preceded me in simony. Flattened along the fissure of the rock, below there I shall likewise fall, whenever that one shall come who I believe thou was, what time the sudden question I proposed. But loner, I my feet already toast, and here have been in this way upside down. Then he will planted stay with reddened feet, for after him shall come a fouler deed from towards the west, a pastor without law, such as befits to cover him and me. New Jason will he be, of whom we read in Maccabees, I and his king was pliant, so he who governs France shall be to this one.
I pray thee, tell me how great a treasure our Lord demanded of Saint Peter first, before he put the keys into his keeping. Truly, he nothing asked but followed me, nor Peter nor the rest asked of Matthias silver or gold. When he by lot was chosen unto the place the guilty soul had lost. Therefore, stay here, for thou art justly punished, and keep safeguard over the ill-gotten money, which caused thee to be valiant against Charles. And were it not that still forbids it me the reverence for the keys superlative thou hast in keeping in the gladsome life, I would make use of the worse, more grievous still, because your avarice inflicts the worlds, trampling the good and lifting the depraved. The evangelist you pastors had in mind, when she who sitteth upon many waters to fornicate with kings by him was seen, the same who with the 7 heads was born, and power and strength from 10 horns received. So long as virtue to her spouse was pleasing, you have made yourself a god of gold and silver, and from the idolater, how differ ye, save that one he, and ye 100 worship? Ah, Constantine, of how much ill was mother, not thy conversion, but that marriage dower which the first wealthy father took from thee.
We came along from one bridge to another, talking of things my comedy is not concerned to sing. We held fast to the summit, then stayed our steps to spy the other cleft of Malabulge and other vain laments. I saw that it was wonderfully dark, as in the arsenal of the Venetians, all winter long as two of sticky pitch boils up to patch their sick and tattered ships that cannot sail. So, not by fire but by the art of God, below there boiled a thick and tarry mass that covered all the banks with clamminess. I saw it, but I could not see within it. No thing was visible but boiling bubbles, the swelling of the pitch, and then it settled. And while I watched below attentively, my guide called out to me.
Take care.
And then in back of us, I saw a black demon as he came rising up the crags. His wings were open and his feet were lithe across his shoulder, which was sharp and high. He had as long as sinner. Upward from the thighs, in front, the demon gripped him by the ankles. They pricked him with 100 prongs and more. They then taunted, Here one dances undercover, so try to grab your secret graph below. The demons did the same as any cook who has his urchins force the meat with hooks deep down into the pot that it not float.
Don't let those demons see that you are here. Take care to cover behind the crowd. No matter what offense they offer me, don't be afraid. I know how these things go. I've had to face such clashes before.
So, from beneath the bridge, the demons rush against my guide with all their prongs.
Can't you forget your savagery? Before you try to maul me, just let one of all your troops step forward. Hear me out, and then decide if I am to be hooked.
Let Malakoda go!
And one of them moved up. The other stayed, and as he came, he asked,
How can he win?
Do you think I've come?
Against your obstacles, without the will of God and helpful faith, let us move on. It is the will of heaven for me to show the wild way to another.
At this, the pride of Malakoda fell. His prong dropped to his feet. He told his fellows,
Since that's the way things stand, let us not wound him.
Oh, you who crouch, bent low among the bridges splintered rocks. You can feel safe and now return to me.
At this, I moved and quickly came to him. The devils had edged forward, all of them. I feared that they might fail to keep their word. Just so, I saw the infantry when they marched out, under safe conduct from Caprona. They trembled when they passed their enemies. My body huddled closer to my guide. I did not let the demons out of sight. The looks they cast at us were less than kind. They bent their hooks and shouted to each other.
And shall I give it to him on the wrong?
Yes, let him have.
There is no use in going much farther on this bridge, because the sixth bridge at the bottom there is smashed to bits. Yet, if you two still want to go ahead, move up and walk along this rocky edge. Nearby, another ridge will form a path. 5 hours from this hour yesterday, 1,266 years passed since that the roadway was shattered here. I'm sending 10 of mine out there to see. If any sinner lifts his head for air, go with my men. There is no malice in them.
Me? What is this master that I see? Can't we do without company? If you know how to go, I want no escort. If you are just as keen as usual, can't you see how those demons grind their teeth? Their brows are menacing. They promise trouble.
I do not want you to frighten. Just let them gush away as they may wish. They do it for the wretches boiled in pitch.
Master, tell me, what is this city?
It is because you try to penetrate from far into these shadows that you have formed such faulty images. When you have reached that place, you shall see clearly how much the distance has deceived your sense, and therefore let this spur you on your way. O stupid soul, keep to your horn and use that as an outlet. When rage or other passion touches you, look at your neck and you will find the strap that holds it fast, and see bewildered spirit, how it lies across to your massive chest. Sir, for this is Nimrod, through whose wicked thought, one single language cannot serve the world. Leave him alone, let's not waste time in talk. For every language is to him the same, as his other, no one knows his tongue.
the master who had tied him so? I cannot say, but his left arm was bent behind him and his right was bent in front, both pinioned by a chain that held him tight down from the neck and around the part of him that was exposed. It had been wounded five times.
This giant in his arrogant had tested this force against the force of his Jove. My guide said, so he merited his reward. His name is Ephialtes, and he showed tremendous power. When the giants frightened the gods, the arms he moved now moved no more.
I'd like my eyes to have experience of the enormous one, Darius.
You shall see Antaeus nearby. He is unfettered and can speak. He'll take us to the bottom of all evil. The one you wish to see is far beyond, and is bound up and just huge as this one, and even more ferocious in his gaze.
I'm more afraid of death than ever. That fear would have been quite enough to kill me, had I not seen how he was held by chains.
O you, who live with the famous valley, who took 1,000 lions as your prey, and had you been together with your brothers in their hard war. It seems some still believe the sons of earth would have become the victors, set us down below, where cold shuts in Cocytus, and do not disdain that task. Don't send us on Titius or Typhon. This man can give you what is longed for here, therefore bend down and do not curl your lip. He still can bring you fame with the world, for he is alive and still expects long life, unless grace summon him before his time. Come here so I can hold you.
Smoke weed every day.